Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Boom Rookies with Grub, presented by ESPN. Coming at you live from the Grub Hub. My name is Matt Bungardner. With me today, Josh Reynolds. Hello.
What's doing, brother?
Mate, it's things are good. You know, it's wet and cold and windy in Sydney, but it's Magic Round weekend coming up.
Really nice choice of jacket today when you obviously know that I'm a Spurs fan.
Well,
and
neither of us lost.
Drew with Leeds.
Yeah, that means we were both happy.
Well, no, it's not, because we could be relegated.
You're not going to get relegated. Turn it up.
Well, if we win today, we weren't. But you just want to go. You want to get a little draw out of it.
So, yeah, trying to score goals. Grow up.
45 minutes. 45 minutes overtime. Unbelievable.
13 minutes. What's doing? No, I did choose this because we were doing our city country teams at the end of the show, and this was the only sort of blue and yellowy jacket I had. But I do apologise. I didn't mean to get your nose out of joint. But yeah. So let's move on to happier things. We've got our first fair dinkum sponsor.
Fair dinkum. It's a big moment. It's quite nice, isn't it? You know, you start off. Yeah. And we think maybe one day we could have proper sponsors and do it properly.
Yeah.
But look, first and foremost, I was going to do a drum roll, but I can feel it in the background. It's already there. Khalil Lawyers. Look, I'm going to do a little spiel. That Antoinette is the kingpin at Khalil Lawyers, and she's just asked me to read something up. But then I'm just going to tell you quickly about why I use them. So, Khalil Lawyers is a boutique law firm known for providing clear, practical legal advice with a strong focus on clients. Led by Principal Antoinette Khalil, an accredited specialist in family law, the firm is known for strong leadership and experience in family law, while also offering trusted services in commercial law, litigation, and conveyancing. The firm combines solid legal experience with a personal, hands-on approach, supporting clients through important legal matters in a way that's simple and easy to understand. They're in Bankstown, Gregory Hills, Parramatta, very well placed across Sydney.
The Grego, great pub.
Great pub. Great area, actually.
Absolutely.
But for me, on a personal experience, the one thing that I always have found, and I've had to use lawyers for multiple reasons in my life, some good, some bad, but I'll tell you one thing about Antoinette. She's very onto ringing you back straight away.
Love that.
And that's all it is. Like, it's sometimes,
clear lines of communication. Yeah. So important in every facet of life.
But I get it. Everyone's busy, but she always makes time. If I call her in the morning, I'm definitely getting a call by the afternoon.
If you have a legal issue and you need to know that your needs will be looked after and you'll be treated with the utmost priority.
That's what it is. Yep. And, it doesn't matter if you're, whoever it is, she treats everyone the same. And that's why, a few of my friends have come over because they're like, mate, how good's this? Because, things happen fast and you need quick action. But so we're actually going to put a QR code up as well. And in that, you got to click on the Get in Touch tab, and there's a form and you got to complete it. It says a Boom Rookies form. We've even got our own form.
Wow, look at us.
And it gets you a free consult.
Ooh.
And I'm going to lie, these first consults can be a bit expensive.
Yeah.
So you just have to be a fan of the potty.
Don't waste Antoinette's time with complaining about the bunker or something.
Yeah.
Only that's pretty fun.
Yeah, but honestly, it's actually really nice for someone to back us. Yeah.
I'm very, very
we really appreciate it. First off, inaugural sponsor, Khalil Lawyers.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on board.
Thanks, Antoinette.
Khalil Lawyers. Okay. Now, this is going to go in two parts. Let's start with the positives. Was Canberra and Penrith the best game of the year? The first half was certainly the best half of the year. We saw a ridiculous 40 minutes of football where neither team failed to complete a set, and it was, non-stop action, and it was great. I think that caught up with them a little bit in the second half. There was a lot of errors in the second half of the football game, but I still thought it was the game of the round by some distance.
Yep.
How'd you see it?
Yeah, great game.
Yeah. Just
the completion rates were pretty impressive, but sometimes I feel this can happen in a game, Matty, where the completion rates are high, but it's a bit of a boring game. Like, they don't really go after each other. These teams were going after each other, and I'm going to point out the Canberra pack, Horsburgh and Joey Tarpany. They really impressed me. Because Penrith are known for the best grinders in the game. Yeah. Especially their forward pack. They say to you, look, if you can go toe-to-toe with us, you're going to be half a chance of winning. And probably not something that Canberra are probably known for. They're known for being a bit unorthodox, offloads, not sort of going toe-to-toe with someone. Not saying that they back down, but it's just that grind sort of mentality. And I thought those two guys really set the tone. It's funny, when I watch Canberra, like a team like Canberra, who else is a bit unorthodox, Matty? Give me some. Cowboys. They're teams that can really rattle good defensive systems like the Dogs and Penrith, because it's that second phase that, look, I know with it being in that system, if I know exactly if you're doing this, my center's doing this, and that's easy to break down. But when there's second phase and there's a bit of unpredictability in that defensive line, it creates havoc, and that's what I think Canberra done. But this is the thing we always say: you've got to be able to do it for prolonged periods against the Panthers.
Yep.
And Canberra just didn't have that.
They didn't. I will say I thought it was
enough.
Penrith's best performance of the year
Yeah,
so far.
you reckon?
Which, you know, like I wrote this on Monday. It's kind of like when two good teams play each other. Like sometimes, like there was a couple of moments in that second half. Maybe that short ball that goes to ground for Canberra with about 15 to go, whatever it was. Like, but like sometimes when two good teams play, like someone just has to lose. And I thought Canberra gave a really good account of themselves. I don't want to sound patronising, but I thought they played pretty well, and Penrith played just a little bit better.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And then also like Penrith just have gears, you know, like they can just make you pay in so many different ways. Like people say, oh, how good's their structure and this and that, mate. 3 of those tries were literally off second phase. That was the one thing they didn't do great. Canberra didn't lock the ball up, and then the Penrith were playing that second phase. But the week before, you know, they broke, you know, Manly down with some really nice structured plays. Nathan digging in and Tulangi off the back of it. He's playing some good footy, Tulangi at the moment. Good. But Nathan's just on another level.
He's playing great. He's
had a really good period for us.
I hope he wins the Dally M.
Never
won one.
One thing I also want to say is I think Ethan Sanders is finally understanding to be the halfback at Canberra, Matty. You got to. It's not your normal role.
No, it's not.
You got to know when to. You're very important in that team, right? You got to know when to feed the beast, I call it, because you got tackle busters everywhere. And they all want the ball. Look at Hudson Young; he blows up when he doesn't get the ball. Timoko wants the ball. Chris wants the ball. Savage they all want the ball.
Even his halves partner is mostly a runner, Ethan Strange,
and
a great runner at that.
But also sometimes you got to tone it back and say, look, boys, everyone wants the ball. I get it, but also sometimes we got to play nice and square and direct, which I think they done better. They're a bit sideways for me sometimes, especially in that red zone. But he's finding that balance. He's becoming more and more like Fogarty, and I think Jamal Fogarty he was the one that understood how that team plays. So he's getting better as the year goes on. But it's crazy to think, isn't it? Like that is such a good game. Why can that be a standard? But then, you know, other games that week and this year, like, what is it? Is it are we saying it's the game too much? Is it the players?
So, like, that game was great, right? But it was crazy to me that on Monday morning I saw opinion pieces in newspapers and I saw commentary online and commentary in other places, and even commentary during the game being like, well, this vindicates all the NRL's rule changes. This is what the NRL wants. They want this fast-paced game where there's no stoppages, and isn't this great? What a great advertisement of sport. And that 40 minutes of football was fantastic. No one is arguing that. But there were 7 other games that weekend. 6 of them were blowouts. And the Cowboys-Eels game, whilst close, was only close because the Cowboys made, I think, 18 or 19 errors. I think back to 5 years ago when we first did this whole thing, when that controversial 6-again rule change first came in.
Yep.
And I think back to around sort of late-ish in the season, where we were in July, right? Start of July. And there was a Friday night doubleheader where the Dragons beat the Warriors by a field goal, and then after that, the Panthers beat Parramatta by a field goal.
Yep.
And all these people that had been quiet for months came out of the woodwork like, oh, you see, the game's fine. Don't worry about the blowouts. Everything's okay. What they didn't mention, Josh, was that was the doubleheader on Friday, right? The Thursday night game was 46-0. And the 3 games on Saturday were 66-0, 44-6, and 38-0. And those scorelines were far more common that year than the former. And so, whilst it was a great spectacle, I really think, like, people coming out and using that as a reason to defend the NRL's rule changes, it's kind of like if you called up the fire department because your house is on fire and they rocked up and went, well, that room's okay. That room's not on fire. I'm going to throw 2 stats at you real quick before we move on. So one's from AAP, Scott Bailey, great journalist. So through the first 10 rounds of the last under-20 season, the old Holden Toyota Cup, whatever you want to call it, in 2017, right? Which is not a competition that was known for its defense, right? A competition that was known for high scoring, points fest, right? Which was fun to watch because it was under 20s. You wouldn't want it in the NRL, right? The average margin through the first 10 rounds of that final season was 16.5 points. This NRL season, it's 17.9. So right now, the average margin in rugby league games in the NRL in 2026 is bigger than in the last year of the under-20s competition. That's bad. And here's another one for you. This is from Rugby League Eye Test, a great independent writer who does stuff online. A traditional set in rugby league this year has about 8.9% of the time a try is scored during a traditional set where there's no set restarts. That percentage goes up to 22.5% when a set restart is given. So you're almost 3 times as likely to see a try off a set when a set restart is given. That is an incredible amount of power for referees to have. And it's an incredible amount of power for something where you and I have discussed this before, where quite often you'll watch a game and there'll be 4 tackles in a set and all 4 will look identical. And then on the 4th one, the referee, ding, ding, 6 again. And you go, what the hell was that for? And it's ruck infringement. What's a ruck infringement? I don't know. And I just think it's getting out of hand. I think it's absolutely ridiculous and kind of insulting, really, from the NRL and from people that are defending the NRL to use this Penrith-Canberra game to be like, everything's fine. Everything's not fine. Like there are more blowouts now than there've ever been. And that's a problem. How do you see it?
Yeah, you've done a lot more research into it than I have. But I will say, like, I've never, in your friends group, my friends group, we all love footy.
Yeah.
I've never, not one person have I ever heard say, I like the game at the moment.
No.
At the moment.
No.
Not one. I'm not even saying, and I'm not even being petty here. Not one person has said to me, I love the game. I love points.
Yeah.
I love how it is. I love the refs impacting games more than the halfbacks. Bull crap.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Mate,
this game is better than that.
Like,
the ref doesn't deserve that.
If that, like, let's take that Souths Newcastle game last week, right? If that is a once-a-year thing, where it's one team scores 40, another team scores 38, Latrell Mitchell, Kalen Ponga putting on absolute superstar clinics, you go, wow, that's amazing. But that's happening every weekend. That's the issue. And when you have something too much, Josh, it's not a treat anymore.
Nah, agreed. I don't. There's just no. You just don't have to earn the right anymore.
Yeah.
All you literally got to. All you got to do is just test the ref. Like literally, the ref is making decisions on like someone like a team like South. They are literally, they know if they get a 6 again in the back of their minds, they know they're probably scoring.
Yep.
Because Cody Walker, instead of having 3 opportunities in a set to break someone down, he gets 12.
Yep.
Mate, Cody Walker's going to make you pay every single time. Yeah. Every time.
Yeah.
Like you just said, that stat of the 22. He's going to have 20. If he has 22 cracks at you, mate, he'll score 21 of them.
Like, yeah, again, the probability of a try being scored, tripling. With 1 6 again, much less multiple 6 again. It's it's crazy. The NRL has done a lot of good things in recent years. Like, I applaud the 2-point field goal. I think that was a great rule change. But then there's other stuff that I think they're just being really arrogant about. And the 6 again is like their big hill to die on that I don't think they're ever going to change their mind on, despite all the feedback I've got from people in the media, from my mates who are just, footy heads, and from players. I saw a video yesterday. Andrew Abdo went on a podcast and talked about how great this rule change was. And the top comment was from Blake Austin telling him he was wrong. And I thought that was really refreshing.
Love that.
Because it's true. And this is like, I think that's, to me, the biggest difference between now and 5 years ago. 5 years ago, there were people like me saying this stuff, but it seemed like it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. I feel like this has to get to a point with people where the NRL has to do something. They have to just, and again, you tried something. Your heart was in the right place. You were like, there's too many penalties, there's too much wrestling, we're going to bring this in and we're going to try to change the sport. I get it. But we have 5 years of evidence now. And the 2 years of that 5-year period where 6 agains were most present are 2021 and this year. And they've been the 2 years where blowouts have just been commonplace. So, and I just don't think that's a coincidence.
There you go.
And you can point to TV ratings all you want, but I don't believe that. I believe that TV ratings are up because people just care about footy and people care about stuff in general more than they did. I feel like just in the last couple of years, people have really taken more of an interest in going to sporting events and getting involved in stuff. I think this is in spite of that, not because of it. So that's just how I feel.
There you go.
Anyway, I don't think they'll change it, do you?
No. God,
no. So this is all for nothing.
They couldn't care
Terrific.
less.
All right, let's move on to our plays of the week. Starting with the Dolphins halves combining for a really nice sort of front door play here.
Yeah, well, we'll just play it through for the first time. It's just such silky ball playing for a couple of reasons. And, this is where Cameron Serrato has been fairly angry. Oh, angry is probably not the word, but in his edges. So if we sort of go through this slowly, and Katoa, one of the best ball players in the game, all he has to do right now is if we pause it there, right? So this is a double pump. Harry Hayes there has to take ball player. But it's funny because for Lockie Gavin, who gets done on his play, he's actually watching the ball player, and that's what you got to do. But he obviously knows Konu there is coming. He's on this out route, right? But Critter's in the space. Critter can take him easily. He obviously just hasn't seen Cody Nikorima here because it's an interesting picture because you can see Cody. He hasn't really hidden well. He does sort of come from the back there, but it's this double pump that gets him, and Lockie obviously gets done with it. But the speed at that, what he does at that sleight of hand, it is so hard to do that.
Yeah.
To be able to sort of go, stop on a dime and then pop that up, it was just perfect. It was a beautiful line from the back rower there that made him, went down a bit there, that made him go out. But, man, I sometimes watch this Katoa go and he just makes it look easy. I could try that so many times, Matty, honestly, and probably could never pull it off.
Back you could do it.
No, honestly, I'm not even joking. I actually love that play, but it's the ability to be able to stop and know who he's got to get to, but then it's so fast to double pump and pop it up like that. Brilliant play.
Okay, now let's move on to our defensive play. I believe Ashton Wood won the first ever time we did this with that cover tackle against the Broncos last year, but he's back again.
Is that his debut?
Yeah, I want to say.
Good chase. It was a good chase. But this is all about, I want to speak about a recovery because he gets absolutely done dirty on that lead line. Teague Wilton, one of the best individual line runners in the game. But what I love about this is, and this is another trait, he never gives up, right? So if we play this slow, it's really nice ball playing here from Trindle. He drifts across field, really nice tempo. But this lead line it's good. And Teague Wilton gets right on his inside shoulder. So he has to look at that first because it's such a good line. If he hits short there and he goes straight through, that's his fault. That's Ash's fault, right? But we see it here. His center's actually not in a bad position, but he doesn't jam. So he comes in late. But I just love the ability to not give up and just make a beautiful legs tackle there. Like that is a hard tackle to make because he's gone. He's got every right to go, look, boys, I'm really, really sorry about that. I come in on the lead and I got done.
Yep.
But his second effort, and this is really good leading into our next segment.
Yeah.
I just think South at the moment, with plays like this and the young guys coming in, they're not I think of South as a real fancy side. They got really good attack. But they're doing the little plays like this.
Yeah, that was
winning games.
And what I really liked about that is the game awareness as well. It's only tackle 2. He identifies that if they get a quick play the ball away there, they're probably scoring and just holds him down and gives away 6 again, which it doesn't hurt them.
Mate, rule of thumb, matey, like if you're near the try line as well, you just hold them down. If you feel you're gone and that next play they're going to get you on, that's why a lot of the good teams are doing now. People are jumping off and the hookers are just jumping out, hitting short. It's so hard to stop. But I love that. That's a couple of things that he showed me. And not even to do, he's good controller of a team and does what he needs to do, but it's these effort areas that I love.
Yeah, and just on South, so without Latrell Mitchell, Dave Fafita, Brandon Smith, Jai Arrow, Jamie Humphries, and Jack Whiten, I gave them very little chance of winning. So did you. Is this their best win of the season so far?
Yeah, I'd have to say so.
Agree.
I gave him no chance.
Yeah.
And it's also two things. I also understand why Sharkies fans would be absolutely fuming about the stock they've got, the team they got, and the differences in performance that they push out.
They're very Jekyll and Hyde at the moment, aren't they?
They'll be very, very hard to coach, very hard to support.
Craig Fitzgibbon cut a very frustrated figure in that presser after the game, and I don't blame him either.
And they're very, I feel Craig Fitzgibbon is very defensive-minded, and when they're dishing up efforts like that, not happy. But then again, let's turn this and say, well, maybe Souths are just really good at the moment. So, look, I look at South as a real clinical side in attack.
Yes.
I wouldn't consider South the last... Well, what year are we in? Okay, yeah, so the last maybe 10 or so years before the 2014 side, when I played against them, you had Burgess, Teo, Sutto, even Clark off the bench. Just tough players, tough hombres, I like to call them.
Those Maguire South teams that were very, very good were built on physicality and winning that forward battle.
But you're a South fan? Yeah. Would you say from that era they've moved on a bit and they're very
They're
clinical?
not the same team now. I completely agree because the way the game is at the moment, you need a more mobile, more sort of agile forward pack, and they've got that at the moment. With the exception of like Sean Kepi, who's been like the defensive leader in the last couple of weeks. He's playing great, but like with the exception of him, the pack is a lot smaller. It's a very strong pack, very good, a lot of very good carries in that team, but it's more mobile, led by Cam Murray, of course. And I just think right now that's a really good balance that they've got. Like when they come up against these sort of bigger, less mobile forward packs, they're allowed. That enables them to sort of set a platform. And then off the back of that, even without Latrell Mitchell, I've said this year, like I think Latrell Mitchell's the best player on the team, but Cody Walker's the most important. He's the one guy you can't really replace.
No,
if he's not there, everything you can't replace Latrell Mitchell.
Their attack
right?
isn't the same.
But
you can.
You can with another Latrell.
Well, no, but you literally can.
Yeah.
I think I disagree with that because they done a job.
So I more meant like you can't like Latrell is brilliant and he's a one of one player, but like the team, I believe that if you had to like Souths have to win a game, but we're gonna make like you have to remove one of those two players.
Yeah.
I think Cody's the one you can't afford.
No,
to use
I agree
because there's just no one like him.
He's a ball player. Like for me, right? You can give the ball to Latrell early all you want, and centers are going to get him one-on-one a lot if you just give him early ball, right? But if you give him early ball off the back of, Cody doing his thing, Cody sets it all up, mate. Cody gives him ball when he wants it, but then Cody opens up space for other people as well. And, mate, you're totally right. No Cody at the moment, like South really struggle. But I just feel South used and they probably still do to a certain extent, but they're like, look, we're happy to go in a shootout with you. We're just happy to do that. But I just feel having Cam Murray back, right?
It helps so much.
It helps so much because I think their mindset shifts. So I reckon there's a funny dynamic at South. You got Latrell and Cody who are characters, but they just love attacking.
Yep.
They would probably be talking to each other going, bro, we'll smoke them with our left side by ourselves. Throw in a bit of David Fafita, sprinkle whoever you want in there, but we can win games just ourselves.
Yeah, we've got the greatest try scorer of all time outside us.
There you go.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, but then I think you've got Cam Murray who's come back in now and said, look, boys, I'm happy with that. Go do your thing. But I also want to be known as a defensive-minded team because imagine we are I even think if Souths are mid-pack in defence, they're attacking their best, they can win it.
Yeah.
But you've got to have that mentality. And seeing that play shows me that he's implementing that. And then you've got, Jackie White and that understands
who was playing really well before he broke his arm.
But
really well.
He's a defensive-minded sort of player.
Loves putting a hit on.
You've got Murray. You've got Kepi, bro.
Kepi is playing career
out of
best
his
at the minute.
skin.
He's playing so well.
So I just think they've found the balance of being a bit of a tougher side now.
Yeah, completely agree. And I think getting Ward back helps because, like, I love Jamie Humphries. Think he's a first grader, but like as a halfback, I think Ward just gives him a little bit more direction. His kicking game is superb. He doesn't have the power of some of the true long boots in the game, but like his directional kicking on Saturday night, they had a clear game plan to target Stone Street and then press him hard with guys like Campbell Graham getting in his face on every kick chase, and it worked really, really well. Grenard to start a lot of their sets from quite deep in their own half, and that's off the back of Ashton Ward's kicking game being
it was good.
So composed. But yeah, because they haven't had a halfback since the first half of the first game because he came off at half time, and since then it's been Humphries, who again is a really good player, but I just think Ward gives them a little bit of organisation and kicking that other players in that squad can't really provide.
Couldn't agree more. Like he's a really, really good young player, but I also think someone that probably doesn't get the raps. And I'm obviously going to give him a rap because he's a really good mate of mine. But I think having Brodson Garlick in the middle to start games, bringing that Melbourne system in, because they're all defensive minded and understanding each other's middle. I think you can see he's like the linchpin in the middle. And I just think same as a guy
Adam
like
Elliott
him.
playing a bit of hooker this week as well.
Mate, he was good.
What's Pete done wrong?
Yeah, what has he done wrong?
Not sure. It's the second time that's happened now. There's a Storm game as well where he didn't get on the field. But.
Did I tell you what I see a lot with Pete and Cody?
Oh, you did, yeah.
I just think Cody obviously has run the ship for a long time. I think Pete likes to do his own thing a little bit, and I just think that could harm him sometimes in that because I'm assuming
maybe it's
Cody
a game flow
Wayne,
thing, right? Because maybe Wayne identified that they were on top in this game, and sort of like that's more of a Garlick and or Adam Elliott situation. Whereas like if they're chasing a game like Newcastle, that's when you need Mamazelles and his attacking skill. Maybe. Do
you think just going from what we can see from South at the moment? Do you think like Murray, Whiten, Cody, Trell, whoever's a leader in that team have got together and said in pre-season, look, boys, we know that we're good attack.
Yep.
But we need to change.
Something's clearly changed in the culture,
it?
and it's for the good. I'm not going to complain.
Agreed.
Also, it helps that I know I rattle off all those guys, but like they're still relatively injury-free compared to 2025, 24, and 23. So and
they're going well,
and they'll get Fafita back soonish. They'll get Mitchell back this week, I believe. They'll get Smith back not too far away. Arrow's been training again, which is good. So I think really Whiten's the only one that's quite a while away with that broken arm. But yeah. All right. Now you're going to do your State of Origin team, and I'm just going to sort of bounce off you and give you some feedback.
Do you want to go, I'll name the whole team, and then you will assess there, or you want to do position?
I reckon because a lot of them are going to be like, yep, agree. And maybe I'll just jump in if I think there's a point of contention.
Well, this could be an interesting one straight away.
Yep.
Number 1, James Teddy Tedesco.
So this is an interesting one because it was such a big call to drop him for Dylan Edwards, right? And I think it's just as big a call to bring him back into the fold. Just what is it, a year and a half later or whatever it is. Like Tedesco's playing out of his mind right now. I think he even now. Like I never would have dropped him. I thought that was strange at the time.
Yep.
And Edwards certainly hasn't disgraced himself.
No.
But like Tedesco is in the conversation as the best blue ever, pretty much. Like I agree. I want him back in the team.
Oh,
I think
with me.
I'm with you, but I think they'll pick Edwards.
The only thing, okay, so the reason that I would like Teddy over Edwards, and this is no, I love Edwards. I would love to play with him as a fullback because he's always there. He's supporting the middle and he's safe as anything. But the only thing I've seen, right, in Origin, Queensland have put a lot of pressure on Nathan and gone after him. I've seen it once this year. Thursday night, Dogs played Penrith. The Dogs put a lot of pressure on Nathan, and look, Nathan will learn. He knows he's got to adapt on the run to when you're getting put a bit more pressure, right? But in saying that, I think when Nathan's under that much pressure, it affects Edwards' game. Whereas I think if Nathan's put under pressure, Teddy can create himself. All you need to do is run a simple block play for Teddy, and he can create himself. So it's just another avenue of attack if Queensland are good enough, which I don't think they will be because I feel Nathan's going to have a really big series. I think this is a series we've all been waiting for him to explode. But I just think Teddy can create more by himself.
All right, wingers. What do you got?
I've gone Brian Toto.
Obviously, that's
solid as
he's in permanent marker.
Permanent, but I've gone a debutant.
Yep.
In Casey McLean.
Ooh, on the wing.
On the wing.
Wow. So it's interesting. Nathan, Ivan Cleary got asked about this and just said no.
Yeah, but I found it very interesting. But he also played for the Kiwis on the wing.
Yeah.
And absolutely killed
it.
Scored 4 tries. But also, okay, so I think very hardly done by is Stretch.
Yeah.
Very
He's
hardly
the guy
done
that
by.
I think is really going to be in the picture.
He's got to be, and he will be.
Had a great game on Saturday, and again, both in yardage and his kick chase. And yardage and kick chase are like two of the most important things wingers need to have in Origin.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
But the only thing that just gets Casey over the line for me is he's just got that little bit more X factor, just a little bit. Where if I need something to happen in a game, he can roam, come in, and make something happen.
Yep.
That's the only difference. I think him being in that Penrith system, defense doesn't worry me at all.
Sure.
Because he understands, reads under fatigue, coming up with him in big moments. And he just looks like a guy that doesn't mind pressure.
Yep. All right. Centers.
So, this is a thing. If the Troll doesn't play this week, if he doesn't play, if he plays this week, if he does, which I think it will, my centers are Latrell left, Crichton right.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I think Staggs got suspended at the wrong time of year. I think he was really running Crichton close, but I think now with that happening, I think it's Crichton's spot.
If Trell doesn't play?
Badman best.
Really?
Who would you go?
No, I'm going Staggs and Critter.
Oh, you're putting who's on the left?
Critter.
Okay.
He can play left. He's played left for the Bulldogs now.
Yeah.
Well, he's gone back to the right, but... and then people are going to say, one-eyed doggies and this and that, but Critter's done it in the Origin arena multiple times, and this is where we get it wrong. This is where Queensland get it right. It's very different to Clubland. He's done it for us
Pick
before.
the guys that don't let you down.
And defensively, the best defensive center in the game.
That's why I'm fine with it, even though I think at club form this year, like Staggs has been better, clearly.
Agreed, yes.
But I think I think I agree. And then on the left, I think like Bradman Best, like I think his game, his play style suits Origin so perfectly.
And he killed it when he played.
Mate, didn't remember that try? Oh.
Big, strong, agreed.
But any of centre, we've got 4 absolutely elite centres at the moment, and you could pick any of the 2, and I wouldn't be outraged.
6, Moses, 7 Cleary, short-side. Mitch is really. I don't even know. I don't know how excited I was seeing him take those short sides. Another debut. Our number 8 starting prop, Jackson Ford.
Yeah, has to be.
Well done.
Been unbelievable. He will. I think he has to be in the team.
So, but the only thing it was because this is my hardest part.
Yeah.
From here down is hard.
Yeah.
I felt up there.
That was pretty chalk. There was a wing spot that we haggled over and a centre spot, but this is the part where it kind of it gets a little bit more dicey.
So, this is the thing though. I couldn't have Ford on the bench. He needs to start, and I need him as my big minutes guy.
Yeah.
At Motor, I just need you to go, mate. I need your efforts never to change. Because here's what happens with Ford. His ability to just keep going at the same rate and the same impact it's just so good. He's got sustained minutes in him. And I'll name our other front rower, the Bash brothers. I'm going Mitch Barnett to start with him.
Both of them. Wow. Yep.
Yeah. And this is why. Okay, I'm going to jump here. I've got, obviously, Isaiah Yeo is my 13, okay, my captain. Aaron Clark at the Warriors distributes the ball to these guys, the best in the competition. These guys understand how to play with a 13 who distributes to them. The variety, the cross plays. hitting holes outside him, knowing how to play with a third. It's not just big front row, I run over you and I'm going to run over you, barge over, it's Origin, rah! No, I want these guys to use Isaiah Yo's variety because Jackson Ford scores a lot of tries.
He does.
Off the back of Aaron Clark.
Yep, put
But
him
it's the
straight through
same.
the front door the other week.
Straight through the front door.
Yeah.
And this is where I want to go. I want to go straight through the front door with this team. And I just feel that connection with those two plus Yo is a nice starting 3.
Yeah.
My back rowers.
Yeah, this is the deepest position in the state. By
And
some
tough
distance.
to call.
So hard.
This is the one where everyone's going to have their own opinions.
Yeah, this
But
is, you
for
could
me,
pick 5 or 6 guys here.
For me, in this arena, I played a couple of games. I was very lucky in doing that. These two guys epitomise what it means to be New South Welshman, and also this is a different arena. It's not the NRL. I'm going Hudson Young and Jacob Preston.
Yep. Okay.
So a lot of people have said, because I've spoken about my mates, what about Ola Kawatu? Great player, really, really good in the NRL, but I just feel in that arena, I want my back rows to play 80 minutes, but I need sustained pressure for 80 minutes. I want pressure on Munster for 80 minutes. Jacob Preston, one of the best pressure players in the competition and will never let you down. And Hudson Young, just things happen around him at the moment. He's our attacking. He's nearly an X factor for us at the moment. Like, you nearly would go to him. Well, you do. You go to him to come up with something. Preston's line running, absolutely unbelievable. Look, tough decision to leave Angus out.
Yeah.
He's done a really good job for us in the past, but I feel with the speed of the game and where the game's at, these two guys are in.
Yeah, so that's funny. I think I'd probably go Crichton and Olakau'atu, but they're all great. Like, I think
But I would be okay with that as well.
Again, and Talis Duncan's in the mix too. Like you could, yeah. But like I think Preston won't let you down for sure. And he's been playing great footy for the Dogs for a while now.
Well, that's what everyone says. Oh, their Dogs form's not great.
Would you have any consideration playing Cam Murray on the edge?
I don't like him on the edge, mate.
I'm just wondering.
I just love him in the middle.
Oh,
but if I get a bit deeper here, sorry, Reece Robson hooker.
Yep.
I forgot to mention him.
Sure,
mate. Honestly, I had Appy and Brayley.
Yeah, it's one of those three, right? Even Egan's in there too. Like,
but you know what? Robbo has changed his game to a run-first mentality now, and he's creating for the Roosters at the moment.
He's been excellent last couple of games.
Man, he's brilliant.
And I think because the defense is there, right? And now that he's shown a bit more with his running game this year, I think and it was his spot last year.
Solid, mate.
Yep.
So 14, I got Brayley.
Yep.
Coming off the bench.
So I assume Isaiah's lock.
Isaiah's lock.
Yep.
I've got Cam Murray 15.
Yep.
So he can cover back row and middle for me.
Yep.
And I've also got as 17. I've got Keon.
Yep.
No, 16. 16
yep.
Keon.
Yep.
Same.
And he can cover edge if you need him to.
And that's why I'm not having a back row on the bench.
because
I've got a lot of cover. He played. He pretty much.
Played, yeah.
And this was it was a tough one, this one. And you know what I want?
Yeah.
I'm going to ring Loz. I'm going to ask him. I need to see a bit more from Spencer.
Okay, yeah.
I need to see more from him, but I will say in this arena, for 20 minutes, I just want him to go on and cause havoc. I want him to go on and cause havoc. Just do what you do. Get in their faces. Blow the ruck up. But I think we're a bit light for size. So I want, take me back to 2014.
Yep.
Me versus John Sutton. Uto Kamanu versus Spencer in a train-off.
Love it.
I want a train-off. Do you remember the train-off?
We've literally talked about the train-off on this show.
How good is it?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, I want that. And those two boys go toe-to-toe in the train-off. I
remember the train-off. Worst day of my life. I hate it. I never forget.
Yeah, you were Team Sutto.
Wow. Supported the captain of the club.
How dare you?
And who are your 18 and 19? Because I assume it'll be an outside back and a half, probably.
Yep, so I'm going Kohler. Just speed.
Yeah.
At the moment, no one can stop him.
Mate, he's in the he might get a wing spot.
Wing spot. He's very close.
Yep. Would Nwanga Last have got in for you if he wasn't hurt?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he was my winger. Yeah,
and
for sure.
you back up. I assume the 19's a backup half.
Backup half.
Romy?
Who?
Jerome.
Oh, no. Okay. So I'm going Matty Burton.
Okay. Yeah. And again, like...
Only because he played multiple positions.
If you need a centre, yeah.
Then fullback.
Does help.
Ethan Strange, very close. Very close. But that's it. Yeah, that's me picks. I'm sure
we'll whack it up online.
We'll throw it up. I actually want people to pick it apart because, like, obviously people are going to say for North
Get
Blake.
real personal with him as well. Insult his intelligence.
Oh, just like when I backed the Dragons on the weekend. Posted it a minute before the game. Dragons 44. The Newcastle.
99% of people would have seen that video after they were down 28-0 in 10 minutes or whatever.
Did you see my post after? I just put a little thing. This age well.
Yeah,
but look, I think it's a strong team in accordance to the way the game is at the moment. And look, it's going to be a cracker either way. I can't wait to see your team. You'll be doing that
on Friday.
So we'll post them up.
Them all up on
I want everyone to tell us who their best who the best team is.
Yeah.
Let's have a little,
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
bet.
Okay, grub of the week before we get out of here. Long show. I don't understand this. Again, I don't like to bag referees because refereeing is a difficult job. Like playing is, you could drop the ball. You can kick it out in the full. You can miss a tackle. Referees can miss a call. They can make a mistake. They're human. What are the bunker doing? Rob Toyer drops the ball. The Titans got an apology letter. I reckon the game was maybe still going when they got the apology letter for this because, like, what's going on? Like, yeah, good shape, great ball from Teddy, good line, all that. And it all looks fine on first view. I don't blame the referee for not seeing it because I certainly didn't. Did you?
No.
But, like, as it runs through, and we'll just talk about it, like, he clearly drops this ball.
Clearly drops it.
What are we doing?
And, okay, because what people aren't understanding is, right, and this is what Josh Hannay and teams that are struggling would be spewing about. I'm going to show you what it is. I'm going to point to it, all right?
Yeah.
What I mean by this is the Titans are up 6-0 against the Roosters.
That's
Contenders.
big. Yeah.
Away from home. They've held them out for nearly the whole first half, and you get a call like this.
Yeah, it's so destabilizing.
It's not even about the call. It's about momentum. You go in 6-0 up, I'm telling you, they come out in the second half a different team.
Yeah.
But they're worried about this call. They're all going off. Come on, ref. They're not focused on the right things. This is why coaches get so angry. So angry, and so do we as supporters.
Yeah, mate, because again, I won't bag refs for making a mistake in the moment. They're human beings. We all are.
Agreed.
But when human beings have computers and 100 replay, I needed one replay of that, watching on my couch on Friday night and go, oh yeah, he dropped it.
I don't even know how they even thought that was a try. A little bit. I spoke to a Roosters player this week, and they couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
they couldn't believe
there
it.
There you go.
A Roosters player.
Poor old Josh Hannay and the poor old Titans. Because, like, you know, as you said, like they get into half time at 6-0 or whatever. It's a different game. Who knows? All right. I think we're both looking forward to the same thing this weekend. The best weekend of the rugby league calendar.
Wow.
Magic round. I'll be up there. You'll be up there.
We're catching up.
Yeah.
We're having
great. If you see us, yeah, you approach with caution if the Dogs have lost, because Josh will be in a bad mood.
Bad way. I'll be in a very bad way.
And just, also if South lose. That's Friday night.
Oh, use that.
There's a lot of stakes on that when you're a Friday night game, because you're Friday as well, aren't you?
We're
both Friday.
We're second Friday.
Oh, just could be great or we
could be going home.
Could be somber. Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to Magic Round.
Why?
I'm very excited for Magic Round.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to one other thing. Tom Dearden's out. This is an origin audition for a little halfback played for that team. Sam Walker, this is your opportunity, brother, to stand up and show Billy Slater that you're ready for Origin. You're playing the Cowboys. Jake Clifford is also getting tossed up. That's the game I'm looking forward to. It is a Queensland number 7 audition. I don't think they go back to DCE. That's just my opinion. I think they've moved past him, and I think these two guys...
Tanner Boyd?
He's in the equation, 100%, top in the 3, but I just think those two are possibly a tad ahead of him. Nah, you know what? I think Sam Walker gets the spot, but it's a big audition for him.
Sure is. All right, good show today. All right, we'll be back next week after Magic Round, and we'll have plenty of stuff online for you during the week. Good show. All right, thank you, Josh. All right, thanks everyone.